My name is Dr. Amanda Reinman, and I'm a public health researcher. I study cannabis use as well as cannabis as a substitute for illicit and prescription drugs and alcohol. And I'm currently a lecturer in the School of Social Welfare at UC Berkeley. Well, I use Xternal primarily for localized pain. I have arthritis in my toes and both my feet, and that can make it very, very painful to walk. So I use Xternal on my feet every morning, and that helps the joints loosen up and helps the inflammation go down so that I'm able to walk more comfortably. I also had a knee surgery a few years ago. I tore my ACL and meniscus and had to have that repaired. So I also have knee pain associated with that I use Xternal for. I exercise 6 to 7 days a week. I do kickboxing, strength training, cheerleading, yoga, Pilates, and I couldn't do any of those things if I didn't have Xternal. Well, primarily I use Tylenol, ibuprofen, but I started to be concerned about taking these medications every day. I mean, the idea of introducing these chemicals into my system on a regular basis for the rest of my life really worried me. I didn't know what the long-term effects would be, but I couldn't imagine that it would be very good for my liver or other internal organs. I thought about using a topical spray and other pain relief sprays, but they never seemed to work very well. Maybe they would take the pain away for a little while, but then it would come back. A lot of times they were also filled with artificial chemicals and ingredients, and so I didn't feel good about those things going into my body. And then I was introduced to Xternal, and the idea that I could use something that was not only all natural, but that was also so effective. It was a magic bullet. I didn't have to worry about taking Tylenol or ibuprofen every day, and I haven't even taken those things since I started using Xternal. And I also didn't have to worry about any chemicals or unnatural ingredients going into my body, and that was really important to me. But from the research we've done so far, what we understand is that the cannabinoids, in particular THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, I mean, we're discovering new cannabinoids all the time, bind to receptor sites in the body that block pain signals from being sent and received. In addition, it also can help with, as an anti-inflammatory, and that is really a mixture of all the different cannabinoids as well as the terpenes, which provide the fragrance for cannabis, that has this effect. One of the things we do know is that cannabinoids seem to have what we call an entourage effect, meaning that all of the cannabinoids working together in tandem seem to produce a much more effective outcome than any single cannabinoid working on its own. And that's why products that have the whole plant profile, such as Xternal, are so important and effective, because what they really do is mimic the actual plant material and its effect on the body, rather than isolating one or two particular cannabinoids, and then you really lose that effect of the whole plant profile. Well, what I'd like to say about Xternal is that we're finding out more and more about the dangers of putting artificial chemicals and ingredients into our bodies. And this isn't just true with the pharmaceutical medications we take, it's also true with the foods we eat. We're introducing a lot of toxins into our system. And that, combined with the toxins in the environment, is really creating a lot of health problems for people. And I think what individuals don't realize is that sometimes the medications that they're taking can actually be contributing to their health problems. And so when you have a product like Xternal, what it's really doing is it's kind of the least amount of product you can put on yourself to get relief. And that's really what we should be looking for. We shouldn't be oversaturating our systems with medication. We should be using the least amount of medication possible